Welcome back. Yeah, sorry. Look. Okay, thank you. Welcome back to Daredevil Born Again, Season 2, Episode 4, Gloves Off. Last time, I was actually pretty... I don't know. For whatever reason, the double drop, it did it for me. So, I'm curious. It's been a week. You know, not that anything crazy has happened in my life since then, but, like, maybe today will be different. Who knows? We'll see. But I am excited. I guess this is going to be about this... I haven't watched... I mean... Again, just through social media and stuff, just not even trying to. Little screen caps, GIFs, even stuff from the show, you know, like Twitter. The show account itself will post stuff. So I've seen like little snippet clips of like Bullseye, Kingpin holding a gun to somebody. People are memeing. I don't know if it's true or not, but people are memeing like, is this the episode where Vanessa gets killed? So I don't know. I don't know what to do. But that's just so that you're aware of like what I know. I don't know any actual spoilers, luckily. But yeah, I have seen like little snippets. There's gonna be Bullseye, Fisk, boxing match, something like that. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited. Let's go. I don't remember what happened to his face. Why does he have like scars on his face now? Classic little cooking montage for Daredevil. Is this Bullseye? Yeah. I'm like, who lives in a shitty apartment like this? It's not me, Fisk. Why is his ass out like that? Why is this? Listen, we know Wilson Bethel is hot, okay? What are you... What are we doing here? Does he have a bunch of knives on him? Like, what are those peeking out from his jacket?
What are you famous for?
I mean, the milkshakes are good. You won't whip.
Doesn't everybody?
What is... It's so weird how we're following him right now. They have crabs in this time. What?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's him.
Task force is on route.
Shit. He has a gun.
Try to find a safe place.
Nobody heard him talking about this shit. Is he just going crazy? He just wants to kill some people.
Housing restaurants are unsanitary. Please stop.
I'm here to protect
Good
you.
guys.
Yeah. Oh, God. As a short, cool. As an opening to the episode, what are we doing? I guess it's a fascinating look into his character. Like, he thinks he's... I truly think he's, like, thinks he's doing the right thing. Which, and it's weird because, like, in a way he is, but it's so violent and so, you know, putting people at risk. Innocent people who are just living their days. You know, the people that died are basically what I'm saying.
I was arrested by the task force.
Oh.
The same people who killed my husband.
I gave Canon an account number. Use whatever you need. Whatever you need. Thank you. Good luck.
Hey, what you got there? Oh, SD card. I'm supposed to get it to my source, but with task force everywhere, I'm too exposed.
Karen. Matt, no! Like, okay, if she was an adult, fine, but we have established multiple times that this, what's her fucking name? Angela is supposed to be a child, or like a teenager at the oldest.
Comes with this.
Yeah, I do.
Are you ready?
Girl! Don't get me wrong, I like that she's short too, but it's also like, this 4-foot girl. You know, it's cool because it adds height difference. Who's this? All red? Oh my god. I like that mirror shot. It's kind of neat.
Good luck. It won't be too hard. All the task force will be at the fight tonight.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of when they brought the informant to Foggy and Matt in season 3.
Memories of my father in that jet.
When Bullseye shows up as Daredevil. That's why I'm like, oh god, bring him to Eternity now?
Yeah, me too.
Who cares if they set a trap for Bullseye? I feel like I missed a line here. What does that have to do with anything? Oh my god.
Talk about your attorney, client, whatever the fuck. He was part of a terrorist attack that killed 25 men.
How many fucks has he said?
Talk like that, you hurt somebody.
Talk like that is how I do my fucking job.
See you around, counselor.
Ah. Okay, that's just just fuck up all the rest of the files that you didn't touch already. It's crazy.
You know? Why
Hello?
is wombat shit cube-shaped? I mean, it's the strangest thing I've ever
I
seen.
was wondering if we're gonna see him again or if he was just in the
Apparently
pilot.
they like to stack it
The first
into, like,
episode.
little balls of wombat shit.
Like, oh, they're like, okay,
They
let's
literally
get
ship bricks.
into position to hear what he has to say.
Charles.
It kind of becomes, can you, right? I mean, you've been rocking and rolling with all your big cat friends, and then Uncle Sam shows up, and your facility, the golden fucking goose is cooked because this place is compromised.
Your shipment will be delivered when the time is right.
This was
I kind of don't like that Fisk got the better of him there. Makes Charles look less powerful.
Canon with each other, right?
Of course, that's why I'm here.
I don't like the way your husband wields his power. The mayor gives me pause. You don't. The city shuts down businesses, you unload them to Cooper and others, laying down the infrastructure for long-term growth. Wilson. Why?
Could I love you?
I never thought it'd be him.
Can back Mayor and Mrs. Fisk.
I don't know if I zoned out or what, but it did not make sense to me. Like, were they referring to Vanessa's stint as the queen pin, you know, off screen that we kind of got at the beginning of the Born Again Season 1, where it's like she's the queen of the underworld or whatever? Is that what they're referring to? Is like, you know, wink, wink, you're kind of better at doing this shit. He's unpredictable. You didn't need to, like, become the mayor, you know, that kind of stuff didn't need to happen. You could have just continued to do your underground shit and it would have been fine. I don't really know what they were saying specifically.
Customers right now, give me 1 second.
Okay, I was like, don't be touching that blood.
Oh boy. He was blind. St. Lucia got him through some tough times. I found that at a murder scene today. These tokens are available to all our parishioners. I couldn't possibly know who left this. Who you think left it? I can't turn someone over to the police. His judgment is not for us to say. No, I'm not going to debate with you whether or not he deserves grace. I do need to find him.
I like that scene. You know, it tried to capture. I don't know if it was because it was the church or the way it was shot, but it did feel like it was capturing a little bit of that Netflix specialness. I just the fuck ass get up from Matt though. that part, no. Boy. Okay, Dex is learning some hand to hand, which is not nice, but it's like shaping up for him. Oh my god. Okay, but you attacked me first! Bruh.
One good deed! One good deed!
I'm going to make things right. I'm going to help you.
Look, just calm down.
Gosh. That poor dude, he's just riding his scooter.
The marshals are on their way. They'll keep you safe.
I don't know about that. I'm thinking more people are gonna die this episode.
You're BB. Like the BB reporter.
Nope, not right now. Nice little handoff. Okay. What? God.
I realized I was on a date with a celebrity.
We can't have any loose ends.
Don't worry, sir. Me and North got it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
discount? Shit.
I don't know where we're going with this. Like, not the boxing match, but like, what? You know, Bullseye gets here and kills Fisk? I don't know. Is it that simple? He just gets in the car? Damn. Oh, God. Are they bought? I don't know. What are we doing? Oh, fuck. Bell's ringing. Bell's ringing. Fisk. He's like, what the hell am I getting myself into? Jeez. Okay, wait. Stop. Stop, stop, stop. Is she really here? Is she really here right now? Girl. Why? Why are you here right now? There's some weird style changes right now. Style choices. Okay, and then you stop punching. Are you winding back up or is that recoil? I don't know what we're building. What is, I'm so confused. They're like building suspense and intrigue, but like why? What is this mood we're building right now? Like why is Vanessa acting the way she's acting too? You're not supposed to be here, girl. No, she's gonna die. She is. Someone's dying. What did he do? What do you do? Who are you aiming at? Oh, that was one of the undercover cops, probably. Okay. Matt, where are you? Oh my god. This is so Oh. Okay. Okay. Well. Okay, these useless ass guards. Ah! Ah! What are we doing? The rematch, three-way rematch. Okay, he's leaving. He's leaving. How deep? Like, not to be a doctor, but like, how deep is that glass? Come on. And yeah. Okay, so I'm not necessarily back in my I don't like the show thing, you know, like I think this episode was fine. I liked it. What I think I'm having an issue with, maybe I just wasn't in it, but I had to trust my gut somewhere and say that I feel like I'm not understanding some of these leaps in like character jump. And maybe it does make sense and I'm just not understanding. But okay, Bullseye. Let's start with Bullseye, right? I kind of understand where he's coming from. You know, him and Matt had that talk in his apartment during their fight, right? And his like one good deed, we're gonna be even. I'm not quite sure what he's referring to. Like, I'm trying to think of. Maybe I'm misremembering, but where did Matt save Bullseye? That Bullseye feels like he needs to reciprocate, right? Because the last time, last thing that happened was Matt saves Fisk by taking Bullseye's shot, right? And then he runs away. And then we start this season off with him saving Matt again. So I don't get, like, what did Matt do positively for Bullseye that Bullseye thinks in his twisted head that he's like, I'm going to help you out now. We're on the same side. Because we're obviously not. And then not to, like, defend. Okay, we're going to keep. I don't know. Like, with Vanessa. Okay, Vanessa. Again, I did say at the beginning of the episode, that was kind of the theory people were saying online was like, Vanessa's going to die. She's in the wing. She's in white. It's going to be, like the rabbit in a snowstorm. It's going to have that red splotch on it because, all that stuff. Fine. It's symbolic. I get that. But in the grand scheme, like, where do we go from here as a plot? I feel like, in a way, Vanessa is kind of, I mean, I guess she had been, quote unquote, holding Fisk back, right? I did mention the other episode that, like, it was, I liked that she was kind of tempering him and making him more complacent and like thinking about a new life, a life outside of this. So I guess it does make sense from a plot standpoint why you have to kill her, because she is making him stagnate in a way. She is holding him back. So I get that. Her character and like the actress portraying her and stuff like that, I am kind of upset with the decision. But I think overall it does make sense. Okay, I just need to talk through what happened because again, I've started. It was a lot to process this episode, and then I don't know if I understood it all. So me talking through it might not be me criticizing it, it might be me trying to think of what the fuck what are the implications. Okay, so there's Vanessa. Fine. Okay, I get that. It does, again, it makes me intrigued. Like, where do we go? I do like, okay, where do we go from here going forward? You know, it's, I don't know if Bullseye just hasn't thought that far ahead, or like, is it, he doesn't care. All he wants was to get back at Vanessa because of what she did, and, you know, get back at Fisk. Was he even, I mean, it looks like he was intending to kill Vanessa, not Fisk. So, you know, it makes sense. It does bring in the question, kind of tangential here. Did Fisk kill Vanessa? Because he's the one who shattered the thing. You know, did that somehow, I wonder if they're going to play up that angle a little bit of like the guilt, because he was the one who smashed the glass structure, which, you know, ricocheted onto her. Bullseye overall this episode, he's just a fun character. You know, he is a fucking psycho. There's no like, but anyways, yeah, Bullseye as a character, he's fun to watch just because you don't really know what's going to happen next. But also just the way his fight scenes or his action sequences are shot. I do like the creativity that comes into play. You know, I think a lot of times with comic books as a visual media and that kind of stuff, there's always the argument of like, well, just go read the comic. You know, they can do it better there, or like, you know, better animation. I think with Bullseye, he's one of the few that like they make it work in live action. It's hard sometimes to visualize superpowers, to visualize like, you know, it didn't translate well to screen, for example. I think with Bullseye, they really nail it. You know, they make him a lot more interesting, because I feel like in the comics that I've read with Bullseye, it's just kind of like, he's crazy, yeah. He's a sharpshooter, yeah. But it's like, he's just some gun for hire. Whereas this show is really good at making him seem like he is like, he is a threat. He will ricochet anything. He will use anything. And it just makes it feel like he is somebody who could take on, you know, yes, it's a street level thing, but it's also somebody like who could stack up to somebody with superpowers. You know, he's obviously fighting Matt Murdock a lot, Daredevil. So, but, you know, even still, I don't know why I go into the X-Men, but like, you know, I could see him like taking on somebody like that. Like, you know, he could maybe not win, but he could put up a fight against somebody with like actual superpowers. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I'm going off too much on a tangent with him. So I did like the reveal that, you know, Vanessa, or it looks like Fisk actually does it. He deflects the thing. We're good. And then I do like the fake out. Like, no, she got hit in the head. What else do I want to talk about? Because we can't keep going back to that. BB got the information. Fine. What did she get? What did she actually get? It was earlier in the episode. It was some sort of SD card of information. I don't know what it was. Good for her. And that, okay. Obviously, I guess it's just Vanessa. It's probably just building up more of like the intrigue and, you know, the character, basically building up that she will die. But I'm just wondering, what was the whole point with her in the mayor's office or the governor's office then? Because I really did, maybe it was just a fake out in the end, but that scene really made me think, okay, maybe Vanessa will take over again. And she is going to be like, you know, Fisk is out, Vanessa's in. Obviously, they're not going that route. So to me, it feels a little wasteful of a scene now, especially because I didn't understand it in the moment. It was a small little thing. Cole and Kirsten, you know, they're like, oh, it's you again. And then he's like, just, you know, you have mouth, yours are going to get you hurt, whatever. I don't know. It's weird they're building them up to like have a rapport of some sort. Obviously not good rapport, but like, it is weird how they keep, at the end of the day, what are they doing with Cole's character? because to me, he was irredeemable at the end of season 1. It got confirmed he was the one who killed White Tiger, which makes no sense because if they're trying to draw inspiration from the comics, Cold North would never. He got booted. It was either his choice or like the Force decided he needed to move, but he moved from wherever, like I think it was Chicago, I want to say, to New York because he was too much of a goody two shoes. I believe I could be misremembering, but like he was too much of a goody two shoes by the book, by the law, that he switched forces, and that was his whole thing with Daredevil. His rapport early on in the series is that, yes, we're on the same side as far as like we want to stop the criminals, but Daredevil's doing it in a mask. I'm not. That's why we're at odds. It was never, I'm going to kill Daredevil because he's because I want to, that kind of stuff. It was never like that bloodthirst. So I've said it, I'm pretty sure, last season, but I just really dislike that character assassination. So now that they're like, I don't want to say they're making him redeemable in any way. I'm not saying that. But there are these scenes with Kirsten, and I feel like they're trying to tell us something about his character. And, when he first shows up and he's begging to Powell, like, please let me back on the Force, I'm good. And then Powell's the one who's like, whoa, I don't know about that. So what are they saying about his character? I don't know. It makes me wonder if they're trying to backtrack him and make him sympathetic in some way and more correct him towards his comic book counterpart. But at the same time, it's like you're too far gone for that. You can't do that. So I just had to put that out there. Like, I'm seeing something. I don't know what it means. Buck, what's going on? So we killed the informant. Okay. So we just can't have a win. I get it. Yeah, that church scene I really liked. I don't know if it was just the imagery of the church, if it was the way it was shot, if it was just, again, reminiscent of season 3, like the original Netflix show, but for whatever reason I liked it. It did evoke like what made Daredevil nice, or a good show. Any other big things? Charles is back. I didn't like that. Again, I like that Charles is kind of, he's a prick. And I've seen it in the comments, I guess, that he is related to, he's involved with like Valentina, who I know her in the comics, in like other media, but not necessarily the MCU. So maybe I missed something. I'm missing something deeper there, but apparently he's related to that somehow. I don't know where they got that information from, so I'm not going to believe it right away. But for whatever group he's working with, I like the mysteriousness they're bringing with him. I don't like that they played that scene as him losing the encounter in a way, I think he should, until later in the season maybe, but I don't think now is the time to have him lose versus Fisk. I think rules of 3 for one thing, but also just, I feel like it was too early for him to, have someone get the one up on him. It makes him less cool. So I don't know what they're building to with that, if he's going to show up again. Yeah, I feel like this episode's shaking up a lot of things. We have to go back to the fight, unfortunately, because, again, the ramifications. Like, where do we go from here? Well, if it gives Fisk power again. And I don't like it because we're playing the same old tune. Yes, he loses because Vanessa's gone, but, like, in the grand scheme of things, this is exactly why he built the task force, and it gives power to that part of him. So then, okay, that means maybe the governor is gonna not get shot. I don't know. I don't want to say she's gonna die now, but like, it feels like the governor has to fall in line in a way, right? So again, things go Fisk's way, and then I don't know. Like, I get that we need to have an ebb and flow with these characters, but to me, it just kind of feels like, okay, Fisk is getting more and more power and nothing's going to stop it, and blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the day, yeah, Daredevil is more than just Kingpin. The news recently is that Mike Coulter and Finn Jones have also been spotted on season 3 sets. So obviously they are bringing characters like that in. I'm okay with it as long as they're like cameos. If they're like, okay, we're going to be in one episode. It's not a Defenders show. It's not, this group ensemble thing. We need to go back to it's Daredevil. So I like that they're being included. Don't get me wrong. I'm really happy for that. But at the end of the day, I think what I'm afraid of is this show becoming about the battle between Matt and Wilson, because we've had enough. We need to end this season with Wilson being done. He can come back in other stuff, fine. I'm not saying put him down forever. I'm not saying kill Fisk. I'm just saying we need to kind of retire the Matt and Fisk thing. It needs to go away. Otherwise, both characters kind of lessen in a way. Their characters become less important and less. I don't know. They're so reliant on each other that they don't have the ability to grow and be better and bigger. I feel like I just went on a lot of tangents for no reason. Anyways, that's the episode. I didn't hate it. I just feel like there's some things that I'm not sure, and maybe I'm just processing. Maybe it's not conveyed to me in the show. I just feel like there's some things I'm like, I don't get what they're doing here. I am excited. This is the halfway point, right? It's 8 or 9 episodes this season, so we have to be building to something. It's just, what are we building to? Again, my hope is it ends with Fisk being ousted, and then season 3 will be something else. Who's to say? God. Thanks for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. We'll see what happens next week, I guess. Yeah, have a good day. Okay.